Good afternoon, everyone. Just letting everyone log in. Get some music on.
Battery 90% connected to.
Give us a shout if you're logged in. Let us know. I've come outside again today. It's a lot cooler this week, which is good. So I'm just going to make sure that the camera is clean enough because it looks a little bit hazy. That should be fine. Just connecting speaker, so we've got some nice music on. Today you need. There we go. Today you need 2 weights, and you need a mat if you have one, and a chair. So if you've got a chair, that's what you need for the workout and for the talk afterwards. So the talk afterwards today, we're going to be doing about stretches that ease the most common kind of mums aches and pains, and they're great to do at the end of each day. So what have we got? We've got 5 of them that we're going to do at the end. Okay. So just let everyone log on because I know it takes Facebook a little bit of time to tell people. So hopefully this one will work. It didn't seem to want to work today. Cool, right. Make sure you got those things. Oh, hi Kate, you okay? Oh, brilliant. I'm glad you managed to log in. Definitely confused me then. Obviously men are always welcome. You got your husband's phone, cool. There we go, now the music's going. So, make sure you got water, 2 weights of any kind. We're not putting pressure on them today, so if it's water bottles or cans, that's absolutely fine. And a chair. I've roped in a garden chair, you can't quite see it. I've got one of my garden chairs that I'll be moving around because we're doing a sit to stand move with one of the exercises, and then we need it for the stretches afterwards. So as long as you can hear me, that's fine. If you can't, just give me a shout. It'll be nice and cool out here today, which it is. It's lovely. So hopefully, if you've got some outdoor space, get outside and use it for this workout. Whether you're doing it now or whether you're catching up, whichever one, drop us a little note at the bottom. Let us know where you're at, where you're working out at. Make sure I get the right one on. So, got some nice music on today. Hopefully it'll be all good. We're going to get started in about 1 minute, okay? About 1 minute we'll get started. So make sure you got those things. I've just got, they can be as light as you want, okay? So this is a 6-week to 6-month workout. So I'm not expecting you to be using 5-6 kilogram weights at all. You need some nice light weights for this one. It's all about the movement, engaging that pelvic floor, working on that core, getting everything working, okay? So always drop us a little shout if you're there, and we'll get going. Right, let's start marching on the spot, everyone. So just nice marching on the spot. We'll do today. Get this set up as well. I do this as a pretty much full workout myself, so I like to know what I've done. Okay, just march on the spot. If you can, get those knees a little bit higher for me. Got about 40 more seconds of doing this. So keep going for me, keep marching. So I can actually see my screen outside. There we go, that's better. So what happens when you work late at night on your iPad? Turn the colour, the light down, come outside, can't see anything. So 20 more seconds. Just marching, we're just getting that heart rate up, nice and steady, okay? So see, I've got a mat out here, I've got enough space for what we're doing today. Got my chair, got my weights. Make sure that you have had your GP check, because I know that Babi Actif put a thing up this morning of where to find the points of what you need to check. Okay, we're going down into a light squat now, so just back down and back up, down and back up. Obviously, if anything feels uncomfortable, then please stop. Make sure you're listening to your body, what we talk about all the time in this class, listening to what's going on, making sure that you are feeling ready to do these exercises. Okay, light lunges, we're going to go back into the lunge. So, back into the lunge, down and back up. Make sure that front knee isn't going over the toes. Lovely. Keep going. Oh, first time I've been outside this morning, it's really nice. And swap sides. Okay, down we go. That's it. Definitely missing the sunshine though. Missing that warmth. Nice temperature to work out outside though today. Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wrist rotations for me. So some nice wrist rotations. And then the other way. Okay, now we're going to do some nice ankle rotations. If you need to hold on to something to keep balance, please do. So we're going to go the one way with one foot and then the other way. So just a couple each way, just making sure those extremities are nice and flexible, nice and warmed up. And the other way. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to do some big arm rotations now. So I want soft knees. We're going to go forwards first. So nice forward rotations. And backwards. Sit. Looking up as you do those backwards ones. Remember those soft knees. Okay, we'll just do a few side steps. Actually, you've got enough room and not weights in the way like me. So I want you to go down into a very light squat and we're going to side step together. Okay, we're just going to get those glutes warmed up. So as you're going, you're in this position, we're just bringing those feet together and then bringing them back. Good. Okay, back to middle. If you need to hold on to anything, please do. A chair, anything that's high, but make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed and nice and central for me. We're going to lift our leg to the side. So, up and down. Just getting those glutes nice and active, waking them all up. May have been sat down all morning. And one more, there we go. And swap. If you're anything like me with a toddler, you have not been sat down all morning. Okay, I know you wouldn't have been sat down all morning, that's for sure. With a toddler and baby. That's it, one more on that side. Okay, should be feeling much more awake there. We're just going to do a couple of stretches. So, as we may have been sat down, I want you to just stretch those calves out. But you may have been doing more walking. You get quite a lot of tight calves with these extra walks we're all doing at the moment. And swap over. That's it, pushing that back, leg back. Everything else nice and neutral. Okay, feet together. I want you to lift those toes up, leave that heel down, push that bum back and your leg is nice and straight. Your supporting leg's got a nice slight bend in it. Just push down on that straight leg and feel the stretch down your hamstring here, okay? Lovely, and swap sides. You may find one side is slightly tighter than the other, it's perfectly normal. Just make sure you put that extra stretch in. Okay, quick arm stretch just to wake everything up. So interlock those fingers, pushing forwards. Okay, just pushing forwards. Making sure that upper body's still nice and straight. And then we're going to go back. I want your hands at your bottom. And I want you to lift your arms up and push your chest forward. Lift your chin. So you can see my arms aren't going very high. You can lift them as high as you want. But don't forget about that relaxing in your system. Might make you feel a little bit more flexible than what you actually are, okay? So just bear that in mind. Right, we're going to get started. So today, we're going to do, like we have done the past few weeks, because we're on week, I think it's week 8 now, we're going to do 6 exercises 3 times, okay? So they're a combination of things, combination of a little bit of cardio, strength, balance work, and working on our core, and making sure that we are just doing a varied amount of exercise within the session. Time's precious, isn't it, okay? So the first exercise we're going to do, I'm just going to go through them. So we're going to do a squat on our tiptoes. So I'll go diagonal like that so you can see. So a normal squat, you go down as a squat, onto your tiptoes, back up. Okay, that's all we're going to do. Down, tiptoes, back up. So as you go onto tiptoes, exhale, engage that core, lift pelvic floor as you come up. Lots to remember. As long as you're going down nice and steady and coming back up, lifting those toes, that's absolutely fine. I'll talk through it as we do it so you know the little cues. Next one, we're doing a flat back row. So you get your 2 weights, whatever they are, if they're cans of beans, perfect. Soft knees, and you're going to hinge from this hip, okay? And you're going to row. So you're going to row, 1, then come up. Engaging that core, exhaling as you come up. Soft knees all the time. Down, row. Now each round, 3 rounds. The second round we're going to do 2 rows. Third round, we're going to do 3 rows, okay, before we come up. So that's that one. Then we're going to go on to a sit and stand. So you get your chair, 1 weight or no weights, completely up to you. You go into standing, weight under your chin. You tap down, back up. Press as you come up if you can, okay? So again, I know there's a few people on today who are very early postnatal, so even just doing that with no weight is going to be enough, okay? Make sure those knees aren't coming over toes, but if you can add down, down. Now, if you are closer to that 6-month point, grab both weights if you feel like you can. Next exercise, we're doing a knee drive. So no weights, no chair. Get into more like a lunge position, but not too fast, like a static lunge. And then we're going to drive. So we go forwards, drive, okay? Getting those arms involved, driving that knee forwards. Do 20 seconds on each side. Next one, we're doing a shoulder tap, either in a box or a half. So I'll demo the box. 4-point kneeling, and we make sure there's a really good gap between our knees. We inhale, exhale, tap, pull that core in, tap, and we carry on like that, okay? Then after that, should be able to remember this as I wrote it, a glute bridge with a hold. So if you have got a resistant band, this is a point to use it, but you can see I've not got mine today. So we're going to go up into a glute bridge, 1, 2, 3, down, squeezing those glutes, 1, 2, 3, down. I'm to close my eyes, it's bright. Okay, so they are our 6 exercises that we're going to do 3 times. So get yourselves ready, grab a quick drink before we start. So it's 19 minutes on my clock for these exercises. In between each set, we're going to have 1 minute rest. So it's not 19 minutes of work at all. And we've got 40 seconds exercise, 20 seconds rest. So a lot of you who are on will know the format of these, but some people are new. So let's get ready for that squat onto tiptoes in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Squat, toes, down, back up. Squat, toes, exhale, back up. Lovely. Move back a little bit. Onto those tiptoes, making sure we're not rocking forwards. 20 seconds to go, okay? So it's just an addition, working those glutes and those quads that little bit more, going onto our tiptoes and back up. Don't forget that breathing, we're exhaling as we're coming back up. Okay? Onto those toes, drop down, keep those arms nice and steady. Done. Okay, flat back row. Just doing the 1 for the first one. Soft knees. Make sure when you row, so we've got 20 seconds rest now, we've got a flat back. Okay? So we're not going like this. Don't want any curve in that back. I want a nice flat back. Soft knees. Off we go. So it's 1, exhale, back up, back down. Make sure those weights are coming to those armpits. Keep those elbows tucked for me. Looking forwards, or keep that back nice and flat. Engage the core as you go down. Lovely. That's it. You'll be feeling it in your glutes, feeling it in that core, and then those arms. 15 seconds. Time's going quick today. Bring the weights back, then stand up. Lovely. 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay. 1 weight. You don't want it to fall off. Grab your chair or a step if you're outside. Anything you may have. It could be your sofa. Just make sure it's not too low, okay? Because you want to be able to get up out of it. So soft knees. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Tap straight back up. So as if the toddler's just gone, Mummy, can I have this? Which is what always happens. As soon as you sit down, you have to stand back up. So add that press if you can. Exhale. Come out of here. Lift the pelvic floor. Exhale. Engage that core. That's it. Lovely. So we're week 8 now with this block. I should be getting feeling stronger. The exercise is getting that a little bit easier every week, which is why we're increasing them. Try not to stay down too long. Lovely. Okay, knee drives. Chairs out the way. Make sure you've got enough space. So, this is a coordination one for you. As if you're running, as if you're going to be sprinting, bent knee at the front, stay on this one leg, arm back. Going 3, 2, 1, off we go. So drive that knee forwards, tap back. Keep that core engaged. Focus on a point in front of you. Exhale as the knee comes up. Good. Looking forwards and swap legs. Straight into it. Well done if you manage to transition. That's it. Keep going. Exhale as you come up. Lovely. Okay, down onto the floor. We're doing those shoulder taps now. So I want that real core engagement. Proper exhaling. Sorry, I had to move the chair. Now you can do this in the box position if you are early postnatal. If you are getting to that 4 or 5 month part and you are feeling that you want to add a little bit more, you can go into a partial, half, or a full. Okay? We're not doing full planks in this one, but we can do partials. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale, tap. Draw that core in for me, okay? Draw that core in. Keep those hips steady. Really draw that core in for me, okay? We talk about it a lot. Keep going with those. It's that core corset. It's the whole area, okay? It's not just belly button to spine. I know that's quite a common term for it, but it's the whole core corset that we're looking at drawing in. Not just the major muscles. We want the deep core muscles working. Well done on that one. Okay, glute bridge with the holds. So sitting down. Okay, if you've got a band, put it on now above your knees. I'm going to go back. We've got 8 seconds. And if you do want to make it a little bit harder, you can lift your toes up, okay? If you're completely stable. Off we go. 1, 2, 3. Back down. If the hold is too much, just go down and up. Down and up, okay? But try and do that hold if you can. Exhaling when you're there, squeezing those glutes. Pelvic floor will be coming up, core will be engaging. If you put both of those hands on, you'll be able to feel, okay? It's really important that if you've got any wobble, not to lift those toes up. Lovely, okay. We have got 1 minute's rest. Any questions? Drop them in at the bottom, okay, if you have any questions at all. Talk about that core, what have I got? 50 seconds. So, when I'm talking about drawing that core in, a lot of the time we are stood like this, aren't we? So I want you to just think about this core area, and I want you to draw in those deep core muscles, not your main abdominals here in the centre, which everyone thinks about with core. We're talking about the rest of your abdominals, okay? So a deep core exercise we do quite a lot is we breathe in, filling that tummy, keeping the shoulders relaxed, and then we breathe out, and the whole core corset comes in, okay? So this time when we're talking about core, I want you to really think about that whole core area, okay? I know it's so important for a lot of you, but in regards to a trainer, it is vital for you guys to be getting that right. So we're going in 5 seconds. Doing a squat, onto toes. Off we go. So down, toes, heels down, exhale, up. Down, toes, heels down, up. Okay? So you make sure those heels are down before you come up. Being down like that the whole time is a little bit more advanced. So you want to just take it ready for where we are at the moment. Good. Come on everyone, keep going. 15 seconds. Okay, I thought it was chilly when I came out. I'm now boiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, so it's the second round. We're in it already. get both of those weights, whatever you're using. If you're finding that the weights you have are too heavy, put one down and you can do the same thing. So you can go into that bent over, remember flat back, and you can pull up to chest with those elbows in. Okay, if weights are too heavy, put one down. Soft knees, hinge, flat back, exhale. Back to standing. Sorry, we're doing 2 this time, aren't we? Second round. 1, 2. Engage that core. Okay, you'll feel it more with those 2 than what you did before. So exhale, draw that core in. Come back up. Okay, make sure that back is flat. Don't want to see those curves that way or curves that way. 2 rows. Back in. Good. Well done, everyone. Okay, stop there. Put one weight down, or add both if you can. Grab your chair. Do a sit to stand shoulder press. Got 8 seconds. Nice rest. Got the chair quicker than I thought. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Down. Exhale. That's it. If you want to try it with the 2 weights, please do, okay? I'm going to grab 2 now, just to show you exactly where they need to be. They need to be on your shoulders like this. Engage that core, otherwise that lower back will take control as you do this, okay? You want to be driving up through your glutes, through your quads. Exhaling, not letting that back take over, okay? That core needs to. You need to make it work in the right way. Well done. Okay, knee drives. Get those chairs and weights out of the way. I like these. They're a nice one that I include in my other classes. So, that nice stance on that back toe. 5 seconds. And we're going. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Okay. Exhale as you lift up. That's it. Make sure you're not bent forwards. 10 more seconds on this leg. Your pace. You don't have to be going as quick as me or as slow. It's up to you. Last one. Swap legs. Straight into it and go. See, I always mess up on the first one. Especially when talking. Drive back, forwards, drive. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, there's your cardio for today. We're going on to shoulder taps, whichever one's right for you. Okay, so there's a box. Now with the box, just make sure you've got a nice gap between your knees. You're in all fours. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Partial half, we're just dipping down, core engaged, off we go. If you want, you can inhale and exhale as you go. Exhale as you tap. Draw that core in. Make sure we are not letting those hips rock over. Widen those knees if you need to be more stable. It's a funny concept to get used to. Breathing out, you're pulling your tummy in, okay? 8 seconds. One more. Well done. Okay, you're on your bum, on your back. We're doing those glute bridges. Now remember with these that you need to be lifting up and holding. If that is too much, just do the pulses for me, okay? You want to be trying to get your pelvis up nice and straight. So you want a nice straight line as you come up. You don't want to be over, you don't want to be under. Off we go. If you want more stability, put those elbows down on the floor, okay? Keep you nice and stable. Your hip shape would have changed. Everything will still be getting back to normal. Okay, and if you can, with stability, putting the hand on your pubic bone here and on your tummy, you'll be able to hold it. So then hold, 2, 3, down. Good, keep going. I'm going to close my eyes because the sun is right above me. One more. Hold it there. 2, 3. Lovely. Okay, you've got a minute's rest now. Get some water. And then it's the final round, okay? Final round. Hiya, Jessie, okay? Final round. So get that water on. 40 seconds. Any questions, drop them in at the bottom. Let me know. Even if you're on catch-up, drop them in. I'll get the notification, okay? So 30 seconds to go on this one. I hope you're outside. It is so nice. One, it's nice not being freezing. And two, it's nice not being sweltering. Good combo. Right, 20 seconds, okay? Last round. And then we're going to get on some stretching. And then we're going to get on to, so getting on to our cool down, then getting on to the common aches and pains for mums and how to kind of try and get rid of those each day. 10 seconds. First one is that squat onto toes. So get yourself ready. Don't know if you can hear my music, I'll turn it up a little bit. Off we go. So squat down, onto your toes, back down, up. Exhale as you come up. That's it, come on. 30 seconds. Less than 5 minutes now. Good. Make sure those arms are coming back as well. Lift that pelvic floor if you can. 15 seconds. And 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, flat back row. This time we're doing 3 rows. Get those weights ready. So it's flat back, bent over, whatever you want to call it. Just make sure that core is engaged for me. Soft knees always. We don't want to be locking them out like that. Will cause loads of long-term problems. Off we go. So down and then exhale. 1, 2, 3. Bring them in. Back up and down. 1, 2, 3. Bring them in. Back up. Good. Come on. Let's go. 20 seconds. Okay, the 3 is a little bit harder, especially near the end of the last round. That's it. Get those shoulders working. Triceps working. 10 seconds to go. 1, 2, 3. Let's get one more exercise in. Come on, down we go. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Okay. Either 1 or 2 weights for the sit down to chair. Get your chair. Sit to stand. You ready? Okay, 8 seconds. 1 weight under here, 2 weights on shoulders. And off we go. So tap down, down, down. Don't be tempted to stay too long, otherwise you won't be able to get back up again. 30 seconds. That's it. Come on everyone, keep going with these ones. Please get your heart rate up nicely. Keep going. 12 seconds. Okay, I've got to do them again then. Keep going for me. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Whew, okay, knee drives. 20 seconds. Get that chair and weights out of the way. Might be lucky enough to have a bit more room than me. They'll be there. Okay. That's it. It's cut out for me here. Okay, no worries. Just try and keep. It should hopefully keep going. Has it come back in now? Let me know if it's cut. Okay, let's get into those knee drives. We'll give it an extra 5 seconds. Check it hasn't cut. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Knee drives. That's it. That knee up. Don't worry if you can't get the knee too high. Just that stepping back and pushing forwards. 2, 1. Swap legs. That's it. Good. Keep going. Let's get that heart rate up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done with those. Okay, let me know if you can hear me and it's still on, because supposedly it's cut out. So it should be okay. We're down into shoulder taps now, okay? So onto the mat, whichever way you feel most comfortable. be in that partial half, full half, or you can be in the box. And we're going in 3. Make sure you've got a good gap between your knees. 2, 1. Off we go. Exhale. You can either exhale with 2 taps or exhale with just the 1. Make sure those hips aren't rocking. Keep going. 12 seconds. One more exercise after this. Keep going. Come on. Lovely. Okay, we're down on the floor. Make sure you've got enough room, and we're doing those holds if you can. If you can't, then just do the pulses for me. A nice little rest while we're waiting for the timer. Be coming any second. 3, 2, and 1. Off we go. Up. 1, 2, 3. Down. Up. 1, 2, 3. Back down. And if you can, take those elbows off and hold onto that core. Listening to exactly what it's doing. That pelvic floor and that core. Squeezing those glutes, keeping everything stable for me. Exhaling. It's just a tap down. We're not holding down, we're holding up. This is your last one, ladies. Nearly there. Come on. One more. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, get some water, and then we will start with just our cool down and stretches. Get some water on. Lovely. Okay, we're going to turn this off and put something a bit more chilled on, because otherwise it's a bit much, isn't it? So make sure you're getting that water on. Whew. Okay. Now we're going to do some nice stretching. So I want you to go nice and wide. I want you to lower yourself down, making sure that back's nice and flat. Feeling those hamstrings stretch. Lower those arms if you can, otherwise keep them up. And if you can, just go into ragdoll. So just hanging down. Lovely, okay. Bring your hands up, and I want you to slowly bring one vertebrae up at a time, okay? Nice and slow. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to go over onto the one leg, just dropping that bum back slightly, feeling the stretch down here. We don't have to go very far at all. Holding it there. Back to centre. Other side. Brilliant. Back to middle. Okay, do those calves again like we did before. So as we're not on the floor, get some nice leg stretches in. And swap over. We are going to do some more stretches in a moment, which is why I'm not going full into them. Lovely, some nice deep breaths. I want you to shake those legs out now. Just give them a good shake. Okay, now we're going to go into our arms. So I want one arm across, one arm up. Make sure this arm that comes up isn't on your elbow or your wrist. It's in between, and you've lifted it up to your chin, holding it there. Lovely. Okay, make sure those hips aren't flying forwards. You want a nice straight torso, neutral pelvis, and swap over. Brilliant. Well done, everyone, especially if it was your first session as well. Okay, roll those shoulders back for me, and roll them forwards. Lovely. I'm going to push forwards now, so interlock those fingers again, just opening up that upper back, just making sure we're stretching right out, okay? And then back. Let me make sure it's from the bottom, up, there we go. Okay, just roll those shoulders again for me, and forwards. Okay, make sure you've got a nice drink, and we're going to go into some stretches to ease the most common mum aches and pains. Okay, I don't know about you, but I know when my little one was below 6 months, I was constantly aching my back, my hips, upper back, doing too much most of the time. But we want to make sure that we can stretch those out into, we've got 5 really easy stretches we can do, that you can do with your baby there, or if you do actually get 5 minutes on your own, which is so rare, then you can do them on your own. So the first one we all know, we do this a lot in the class anyway. I want you to go down onto your knees, make sure it's nice and soft underneath. Open those up, so feet together, so toes together, but knees nice and wide, okay? Just as if you have still got that bump to walk through. I want you just to walk those hands through, nice and gently, lengthening your body out. Okay, now hopefully you can still hear me. This is child's pose that most people know it as. This is a really nice position to be able to do some pelvic floor exercises in. Okay, so stay in that position, take some nice deep breaths for me. And as you breathe into your tummy, so breathe into your ribs. And we talk a lot about the engagement, so staying in the stretch, about the engagement and the lifting and the squeezing of your pelvic floor. Well, you also need to release your pelvic floor. You need to let it go and lengthen and strengthen the. Do you want to lengthen and increase the range of your pelvic floor? So going down into this position, breathing into your tummy, into your ribs, letting your tummy go, and just releasing that pelvic floor slowly. And remember what we talked about, we don't push that pelvic floor. You just let it go really slow with some nice deep breaths. Breathing into your ribs, softening your tummy, and just letting go. Okay? So that's a really nice one, and it's good to then walk yourself back up and come back to centre and then go again. So really nice one just to walk back forwards, just to relax that pelvic floor. It's so common to feel very tight with your pelvic floor, okay? And that can be, so if you are, here's a little tip for you, if you clench your jaw, your pelvic floor will engage and it will tighten. Being like this quite a lot, or on our phones or anything like that, your pelvic floor is tightened quite a lot. You need to release and let go more than you think you do. A lot of people won't realise that they're in that position, and as always I would fully recommend going and seeing a women's health physio if you can, obviously not at the moment, but if you have any worries, to give them a call. But when everything is back to normal, going and getting checked and just checking that everything is the way it should be and it is working. Or if you have any questions for them, it's fantastic to be able to ask them exactly what's going on there. Obviously we can't see, we can only feel it, so they are able to check it. The next one we're doing is a really simple one as well. So the child's pose one is a lovely one to do at the end of the day, just relaxing. It's also a really nice one to do first thing in the morning. And I'm talking like this, like us mums have all the time in the world. But if you can grab those few seconds, just while baby's napping or while toddlers are having a snack or anything like that, it's really worth it, okay? Next one is cat-cow. So again, a yoga position that you'll know if you do yoga. Or 4 kneeling. So 4-point kneeling, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Nice 4 points. You don't want to be out like this. You don't want to be stretching out. You want that nice 4-point contact, so you're nice and solid, okay? Now, we go down, so we take a nice deep breath, we drop that tummy, we lift that neck, we lift that tailbone, and we stretch out, stretching out that chest, looking up, and then we exhale, tuck our chins, tuck our our tailbone, all the way in, all the way in. See I'm on my toes, all the way in, staying there, and then we go again. Just releases that upper back, really nice position. So stretch it out, so you're stretching one way, and then you're stretching muscles the other way. Holding it there. Lovely. Okay, so I would say to repeat that, just making sure that you're lengthening, and just repeat that kind of 5-6 times, depending on how you feel. If you've got enough time, go up to 10 if you can. So now you need your chair again, if you have it nearby. If not, grab this on catch up and be able to do it afterwards. I'm going to put it at an angle so you can see. Just sit down like you would normally in a chair. It's quite hard because I've got these, so I'll go forwards. What's really important is your back is nice and flat. So nice and straight back. And you want both of your glutes, so your tailbone to be seated, your tailbones to be seated down. Sit bone down, then you cross one leg over the other, and you just hold it there, first of all, and you'll feel it. So I'm crossing my left leg over, so I can feel it in my left side. So move like this so you can see. Holding it like that, okay? So you don't want to be lifting up on the one side, you want to be nice and equal both sides for me. Now as you're there, I want you to walk your hands just forwards slightly, leaning into it, okay? Exhale as you lean forwards, but make sure that back is nice and flat. So you don't want to be doing this. You want that head up, you just want to drop those arms and you'll feel it in your glutes on the bent leg. Just holding it there. Exhale, nice deep exhales. Nice and slow. Okay, and then you go on to the other side. So again, you would do these 2-3 times on each side if you can. If you can squeeze one in a day, then that's amazing. So staying in the upright position first of all, nice and upright, making sure you don't want to be lifting those glutes up, okay? You want them nice and flat. And you can press this knee down, you'll feel it a little bit more. And then to get that deeper stretch, you just walk it forward slightly. Dropping those arms, making sure that back's nice and flat. Exhale as you go forwards. You may be able to go further forwards than me, but just make sure that back is flat and not curved. Nice stretches. I recommend anyone to do these, not just mums. They're fantastic for anyone to do. So again, you would try it and then go on to the other side, and each time it should release a little bit more. You're holding it there, releasing a little bit more. Just making sure that back is nice and flat as always. And then onto the other side. So you'd hold it again for that 10 to 15 seconds. If you can hold it for a tiny bit longer, that 15 to 20 is even better. Okay? Again, just readjust, make sure this glute isn't lifting up. You may have to start nice and upright and work yourself into leaning forwards. Holding it there. Okay, so I would recommend doing that another time if you can. Next one, we're on the floor. So we're going to go down onto the floor. This one is a seated cross-legged. So you go nice and cross-legged. Now I want you to make sure, if this is comfortable for you, then please do this. If not, then have your legs out straight. I want you to make sure that you, again, there's a common theme with this, that both glutes are on the floor, that your sit bones are on the floor, okay? You're not lifting up on one side, you're nice and equal. Now what we're going to do, we're going to walk again, a few deep breaths, we're just going to walk ourselves forwards, flat back, make sure we're not curving over. Just go as far as you can. Deep breaths. Breathing in nice and deep, and exhale, come back up. Lovely. Okay, and then go again. So all of these are to be repeated as many times as you can either fit in with your schedule or you feel that you need. So walking yourself forwards. Try not to grip with your fingers, try and just keep them nice and flat. Deep breath in, fill those ribs, and back out, and again. Lovely, okay, walk yourself back up. We are going to do one more of those today, just to make sure you guys are actually doing all of them. Walking forwards. Make sure everything's equal, not one side higher than the other. Readjust if you need to. And then walk back up. Okay, the next one, I think it's called mermaid in certain in yoga or Pilates, so you need to make sure that you have one leg bent, the other leg linked round, okay? It's pointed out slightly, but again, this is the one that catches me, okay? You need to make sure that both glutes are on the floor, so if you need to readjust. You need to make sure that you're there first of all. We're just going to hold that stretch, because you may be feeling tight down your thighs. You need to make sure that those quads are stretching out. Nice and upright, okay? Nice and upright. Don't lift those hips at all. Nice deep breaths. Holding it there. And then we're going to put the bent leg, well they're both bent, but the one that's at a right angle, hand down. And then we're going to lean over and into it. Now this is when you can't lift those hips. It's very easy to go, la 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 la, lift those hips up, okay? You won't get any benefit from that. You need to try and stay still. And come over. And exhale and come back, okay? So exhale, inhale. You may be able to go further than me. As always, I've got very tight hip flexors. There we go, it's easing a little bit now. Okay, this one we're going to hold, so go up and over. Hold it there. Making sure both glutes are on the floor still. Come back and then we'll do a couple more flows. So go back up, exhale, inhale back. One more on that side and we'll swap sides. Lovely, okay, swap sides. So bring in your other leg back. It's easy to bring your leg back first and then bend that one in, okay? Make sure you're nice and comfortable. It may be easier without your shoes on as well, so I can feel already I need to make sure that those hips are down. One side you'll find easier than the other, so this is my more difficult side that I'm struggling to get that hip down. And don't worry, if you can see that I'm struggling with it, it's not that, it's hard. So you can always bend that leg out a little bit further to make sure, but just make sure nothing's pulling, okay? So, are we ready? Again, bent leg arm down, and we're gonna, oh the sun's coming out, yay! We're going to just do a few flows. So exhale and back. That's it. Hopefully you'll be able to get a bit further than me on this side. That's it. Lovely. As long as those glutes are down, you can go as far as you feel you need to. Okay, we're going to go again. We're going to hold this time. Holding it there. And come back. And then some more flows. So hang on. Hang on. So first of all, holding this position. Making sure that you're feeling everything go. Then go into that flow. Lovely. 3 more. Okay, and then come back to seated. So doing those stretches, you may then feel, I now feel that I need to rotate my hips a little bit, so I'm going to do some nice hip rotations, stepping forwards into the hip stretch, making sure I'm just stretching all those hip flexors. But with any hip stretch, you need to, postnatally, you just need to make sure you're not going too far with them, because obviously with that relaxing that you've got in your system still, and that's the same for any stretch, isn't it? Relaxing is everywhere, it doesn't just stay in your hips. So I hope those stretches were helpful. If you have any questions, just drop them in at the bottom for me. There's a few of you still on, so that's good. If you need any advice with any of those stretches, just drop a question in here and I'll pick it up, no problem at all. We're just going to finish on a few deep breaths. So again, stay seated if you are seated. So a nice deep breath in, fill that tummy for me. And exhale. Draw in that core in. We'll do 3 more. Close your eyes if you want to. And 2 more. We'll do 1 more just to finish. Lovely. So you're ready to go and look after the children for the rest of the day. All right. Lovely. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the session. And as always, just drop me any questions at all that you may have about any of the exercises or any of the stretches with aches and pains afterwards. Okay? Take care, everyone. Give us a shout if you've been on. Bye.